Okay, everybody, here we go. I'm happy to be here with all of you, seriously, and we have to talk. We really do. Post market wrap up. I'm laughing already. You know it's going to be good if I'm laughing. Monday, October 14th, 2024. So, look, man, how many of you are surprised at all that yet again today we made history with a new all time record high for the Dow Jones Industrial Average? A new record high for the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq not too far off. This is so sick, man, what we're seeing. Let's move forward. How about I'm going to just go over a couple of things that we got over the last 5 days, including today, with regard to our economy. Are you ready? U.S. business activity expands at slowest pace in 4 months. We're not expanding at all. Business activity is contracting, just so you know. U.S. manufacturing activity contracts for a 6th straight months. Jobless claims hit a 14-month high. U.S. deficit soars to $1.8 trillion in 2024. I mean, I could go on and on with this stuff. What I'm trying to demonstrate for you here, we could not possibly be worse off than we are now with regard to our economy. We have not had a strong economy since the financial crisis, for which we're in a worse one now. I know a lot of you are going to say, hold on, Greg, wait a minute, Greg. The economy was really strong under President Trump. No, you were lied to. You want me to prove it to you? I love doing this stuff here. First of all, $8.6 trillion of debt. Let's just go over this. Obama, all right, vaulted, obviously, under his watch when he was colluding with the Fed, vaulted the national debt. Trump did it times 2, and then Biden took it over. Now, obviously, there's a lot of people who were duped, who believe that we had a strong economy under Trump. Now, let me just show you again. This is the money velocity. I love the money velocity. So should you. Let's just outline what this is for our new people here who are saying Greg is wrong. Trump was the greatest president in the history of the world. We had a strong economy. Okay. The money velocity measures the rate at which cash is moving through our economy. Here's just a little hint for you in case you don't know. You probably don't. Most of you do. Tyler, thank you. For an economy to be booming or strong, the rate at which cash is moving through the economy has to be going higher or at least staying flat. When the rate at which cash is moving through the economy is non-existent or going down, that's a sign that the economy is in dire shape. This is the money velocity. This is Obama. This is Trump. Oh, we're still going down. And then this was the scandemic, of course. And then, of course, right here somewhere is when the new creature took over. And now we're seeing the money velocity pretty much make a beeline higher. That's why you're seeing inflation right now. All this debt that was piled on, Obama, Trump times 2, Biden now, it's all coming home to roost. Okay. And we're not done. We're just seeing the first wave of this. Tyler, you understand? So all of you that were duped and lied to, rah, 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 look at that stock market. You remember who that was? Yeah, that was our illustrious, beautiful man, Donald Trump, who was lying to you, telling you how strong our economy was. But he won't show you this. No, he can't. This is right off the Federal Reserve's own website. Told you, use their website as a weapon against them. Now, the fact that we're seeing this is something that you and I spoke about 10 years ago would eventually happen. That spike there is not because we have a strong economy, because I just showed you we couldn't possibly be worse off, right, Tyler? But this is all of these extra bills from Obama, Trump, and Biden now chasing the same amount of goods. Now, again, I understand presidents do not have a printing press. Presidents do not have the ability to devalue the currency or even create inflation, although that's what you're being sold right now by some, blaming each other. No finger pointing at the Fed. Can't happen. You all know that. Can't happen. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, man. Thank you. Anyway, so the scenario is this. What we're witnessing here is just the first wave of inflation. Now, look, the Fed's going out of their way to create more of it right now, and we're being sold the Fed's plan by cackling Kamala and Donnie Boy over here. They're, of course, doing all they can to promise you lower rates, which is, of course, what the Fed wants. Makes them stronger. They can do whatever they want now. They need an ally behind the resolute desk. They're going to get one. Doesn't matter at this point. From a financial standpoint, whether it's Trump, whether it's Kamala, you can expect, again, what are they promising you both? Currency devaluation via artificially suppressed rates, because they're promising you to bring prices down. Let me let you in on a little secret here. Presidents don't have that power. You understand? Again, monetary policy is, well, it's the Federal Reserve. So when you hear Kamala, a little cackling Kamala over there, or you hear Donnie Boy over here telling you that's what they're going to do, guess what? They're lying to you again. Oh, wow. I can't imagine that. But what they won't tell you is we're now in the first phase of this inflationary environment. I want to show you a few things here. Where did I put this here? Oh, here we go. This is the front page of Market Watch today. Very interesting. Sometimes the truth sneaks out. Here's a little truth for you. Hint of very high consumer inflation expectations raises risk for the Treasury market. Now, we understand the debt market, the Treasury market is the key to this entire thing. What's going to eventually happen? A massive sell-off in the debt market. And again, this is not going to be by accident. No comedy of errors, no chance. This is obviously at a time of their choosing when the Fed stops buying debt. That's it. Again, the Fed is the largest buyer of debt. We all know that. And they're working very diligently, very hard towards fulfilling their end game to own it all, to buy it all. Now, with regard to the debt market, first of all, again, going back to inflation here, what the Fed's doing here, colluding with obviously Biden right now, soon to be either Trump or Kamala, is to vastly inflate. Again, creating cash out of nothing to buy the debt, and monetize the debt, which is how the Federal Reserve is fulfilling their goal, is massively currency negative, allows the Fed to get stronger, and that's exactly where we're going to go. There's no doubt about it. And again, look, I ran a survey a little earlier today. How many of you believe that debt is going to be dropping, whoever is selected as the next president? 90% of you said it's going to go higher, and you're exactly right. Not only is it going to go higher, but another wave of inflation is coming. Another wave after that. Another wave. They're destroying us deliberately. Again, no mistake. Via inflation. That's how they're bringing people to their knees, creating slaves to the system. Understand? That's all it is. Slaves to their system for when they roll out the new one, which is already coming. You got the crypto king, which is Trump, the crypto queen, which is Kamala. They both love crypto now. They're in love with crypto. And Trump did say he promises to make the United States the crypto capital of the world. What's missing from that again? Yes, not the constitutional money system, because that would defeat the Fed. Trump's all for the Fed. He proved it to you last time when he was president. No president in the history of the world helped the Fed more than Trump. The last three colluded together, obviously, helped the Fed. Trump number one. Although you were lied to about that too, but you don't see that with all the debt that was pulled into the system. That was good, right? It really helped make the Fed weaker. Because that was the lie that was being sold. You remember, Trump is trying to bankrupt the Fed. All he was doing was making the Fed stronger, man. And whoever we get is going to do the same thing, quite obviously. Now, a couple of other things I want to talk about. We're keeping our eye on this, my lovely friends. See the market today, record high for the Dow, record high for the S&P, not going to stop. Is the market grossly over-owned? Absolutely it is. Are we due for a correction? You can say do all you want. I've been saying this market needs to pull back for weeks. Are we getting one? No. It's the promise of easy money, currency devaluation. It's the only factors that are driving this market. They're also the same factors that are destroying the economy. I want you to think about that. The same two factors that are driving the market higher, the promise of artificially suppressed rates, and of course, currency devaluation, is the same two factors that destroy the economy and you. But you're not allowed to know that either. Kamala's not going to tell you. Trump certainly ain't going to tell you, but they're going to tell you a whole bunch of other things and sell you every lie and distraction you can think about. But we're going to be watching this. We still remain in the screaming downtrend lines. Look at this. Yes, this Yeah, I'm not saying it's spooky, but if we break out above here, I'm not saying I'm going to be overly concerned about it, but it will raise my eyebrows. But we are now in this downtrend. We broke through. That's where we are right now. This still is resistance. Okay, and then this becomes support. You understand, technical guys out here? I think you got it. Downtrend remaining. This tells us again what this is not just squiggly lines, lovely people. The MMRI allows you to see in real time what's going on, what the Fed's doing with the dollar, and what the Fed's doing with regard to rates. Down, lower, bond yields. Okay, this means the market's going higher. It's going to waver around. Market's going again. Look, we're just weeks away from the presidential selection. And I read the comments today. Oh, Greg, you're absolutely wrong. We still have 2 weeks left or 3 weeks left. The market's going down. It's over. I've been hearing this for like, I don't know, 10 years. And it's just not happening, especially in this environment. Again, money creation, hyper debt. So again, this means, again, commodities are on sale. See Bitcoin, cryptos today, did very well. We buy all the dips across the board, not just in the stock market, my lions. Yes, we're buying every dip in the market, every one that comes along with the other things. Now, after the presidential selection, we're going to sit back and evaluate here how this is going to play out, because there is no way on this earth, off this earth, or anywhere else that we are not going to see skyrocketing debt, hyper ballooning debts and deficits. But they might even try to sell you a lie or two and tell you that inflation is getting better. Oh, wait, they're doing that now. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see. Of course, look, it's all just out of control. Now, I just wanted to, I found this is this is from the Federal Reserve here. This is a survey that the Federal Reserve runs every 3 years. Now, I want to know where you fit in this. Now, the Federal Reserve and the University of Chicago's Research Institute does a survey of consumer finances every 3 years to provide a snapshot of Americans' financial positions. Now, this is the most recent survey here. Now, if you are under 35, according to, tell me where you fit in, or does this make any sense to you? Are you ready? Because this is going to blow your mind. Tyler, thank you. If you are under 35, or around 35 years old, 35, or let's say 33 or 35, your net worth at that point in your life, meaning take everything that you own, weigh it against everything that you owe, that's your net worth. You should be worth $183,500. By the time you're 35 to 34, you should be worth over $500,000. By the time you are 45 to 54, you should be worth $1 million. In other words, if you're 45 or between 45 and 54 right now watching this video blog, I know for a fact that you're a millionaire. You are a millionaire. You know how I know that? Because the Fed says you are. Now, if you are between the ages of 65 and 74, you are almost a multi-millionaire, according to the Federal Reserve. If you're 75 or older, you're definitely a multi-millionaire. How many of you fit into this? How many of you are multi-millionaires, millionaires? Because that's what the Fed says you are. According to, we were told that we are all rich, right? I'd be willing to bet that most people here are probably not net worth millionaires. And probably not multi-millionaires. Maybe I'm wrong. But here's a nice fun fact for you. Elon Musk is going to be a trillionaire by 2027. I'm sure you're really happy for Elon Musk. Look at those eyes. You like those eyes? You trust those eyes? This guy don't. Eyes are the mirror of the soul. Remember that. And that's Trump's right-hand man right there. Soon to be trillionaire. People, what can I tell you, man? He means politicians, exactly. The truth of the matter is, most people in this nation, if you were to zero out what they own, what they have, and then weigh that against what they owe, they are negative. They have a negative net worth, but not according to the Fed. I mean, these numbers are just unbelievable to me, really. They are. That by the age of 55, you should be worth $1.5 million. How many of you are around 55 years old and are worth $1.5 million? How many of you are in your low 70s and you're worth about $2 million? Is that about right? I don't think so. Jeffrey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Anyway, guys and girls, it's too much, right? Who wins the election? Robert, I'm going to tell you who wins the election. Are you ready for it? Hold on. No one. There's no winning here. This is a selection. And from a financial standpoint, my lovely friend, it doesn't matter who they stick behind the Resolute desk here. We are going to see debts and deficits balloon beyond your wildest dreams. Oh, you're going to be told that, oh, this is whatever they're going to do. This one's got a plan. This one's got a plan. There's no plan. Their plan is to work with the Fed as much as they possibly can to bring about your end, your demise, all of us. You think this is going to change? This has been going on for quite a long time. Dollar devaluation here. The dollar has lost like 98% of its value so far. The Fed's going to get that last 2%. I've been telling you that for the longest time. And now they have a green light. Because if they get puppet 1 or puppet 2, they're both promising you the Fed's plan to lower rates, which means currency devaluation, which means what? More inflation. Duh. Yes. Bing, bing, bing. You got it right. Make it up. Make it right. I owe $1 million. Joseph, you're awesome, man. Yeah. It's craziness. Brotherhood of the Snake. I like that. What's that from? Whatever that's from, I like it. Anyway. Secret message, U.S. debt clock. I don't know any secret messages on the debt clock. I wish someone would tell me what they are. But, I don't know. Don't trust anyone. You know who I trust? You guys. I trust you guys and girls. Honestly, we're family here. I trust you guys and girls. I'm out here every day working my rear end off to bring you up to speed. And, look, man, I know I'm just sitting here preaching to the choir. Whatever, man. And I wish we had more people here. I mean, it's so disappointing, like on a day like today. We got, as I am doing this, we got about 1,200 people here. Whatever, man. But that's okay. You know why? Because you and me, we got this. Let all those other freaks out here wander around aimlessly, not knowing what they're doing, why they're doing it, being dumbed down, told where to look, what to think, how to dress, blah, 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 and everything else. I mean, it's too much. So you guys and girls, this is where Conan the Barbarian, is that what it's from? Great movie, man. Isn't there a remake of Conan the Barbarian? I don't even know if I would watch it because the first one, it was just freaking epic, man. Epic. Tyler, thanks again, man. Thank you so much. Pork roll, Lava, how are you? The MMRI is broken. Why would you say that? It is not broken. This is the last time. This is just from right after it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It has been dead on. So I don't know if maybe it's not working for you for some reason, but it's definitely working. Conan the Librarian. Oh, broken means good. I don't know what these secret mess. Broken means good. Good means bad. Bad means this. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, remake was what I didn't see it. I didn't. Tulsa Doom. You know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm going to watch the original Conan the Barbarian, man. It's a great movie. It really is. Anyway, am I expecting a pullback over the next day or two, Ryan? This is a free-for-all, bro. I have no idea. I don't even think about it. I really don't. All I know is me and you, all my lines here on look, we are so, I hate to say this again, but I'll just say it. We are so overdue for this market to drop, but it's not going to happen. Again, the illusion of the market is extremely powerful. Now, look, I'm going to tell you something else real quick. And I want you guys and girls to, again, look, when I say anything, whatever it is, I want you to do your own research. Open another window while you're watching this and prove me right or wrong. Okay, whatever you want to do. What I'm here to tell you is the Fed works directly with whatever current administration is there to try to make them look good by propping up the stock market. The Fed has a trading desk. You don't believe me? Open up a window. Look it up for yourself. The New York Fed has a trading desk. The New York Fed is the plunge protection team. They will buy stocks, large cap, prop up the market. So what they're doing here, Joseph, thank you. I appreciate that. What are they doing? They're propping up the market. People don't care. They look at their investment plans and they don't give a damn about nothing or nobody else. It's themselves. It's greed. And greed always ends badly. Don't listen to Gordon Gekko. All right. With greed is good. Now it's legal. Greed is not good. This and the only way you're gonna let me explain this to you. Let's talk about a little life philosophy here. The only way to get anything in life is to give. You got to give. You give, you get. That's the way it works. You give, you get. That's all. You sit there and hoard things by yourself, whatever it might be. You don't want to give to nobody or whatever. You're going to lose, man. The more you give, believe me on this, the more you get tenfold. I mean, this is just a fact. That's the design that the Almighty has baked into this thing that we're in here. You understand? Take advantage of this stuff. I think we're kind of on the same page here, right? Paying it forward. Absolutely, Joe. Man, that's all I want people to do, man. Just pay it forward. You're doing okay in this market. If you've been with me, you're doing darn good in this market. Take a little percentage of that. I know you don't have realized gains, all right? But when you do, we're not pulling anything out here, you and me. We're in here, but that day that you do pull out of here, and it may, who knows when that's going to be. What are we doing, you and me? We're watching this. This is going to tell us, people, look, this is going to tell us when we need to run for the hills. That's why, look, this is my little creation here. You all know that. I created this for me. I was looking for a way. What question was that, Neil? I didn't see it, man, but thank you. Anyway, this is our way to keep track of what's happening here in the debt market, which is the driver of this entire thing. You posted it below? I don't know what it is. Using credit to buy gold. Man, I don't like debt, man, in any shape or form. There's a lot of ways you can get yourself out of it, but I don't know, man. I wouldn't do it, but that's just my thing. Anyway, 1.61. 1.61 is my God, man, I'm drawing a blank over here. It's a natural number that appears in nature. It just happens to work here. It's called the golden ratio. 1.61 right there is the golden ratio. It's found everywhere in nature. Look it up. You don't believe Greg Mannarino? Look up. It just happened to work for this equation. When I was coming up with this, again, like I was leading up to, I was looking for a way for me. And I wasn't happy with all the tools that were out here. There's a lot of ways you can look at the market. You can look at the 10-year yield independent of the dollar. These are both units of debt. I just thought this was a neat way to gauge risk. And then when I back tested it, I was like, whoa, hold on a minute. This really works. And it just happened to be 1.61 that made the equation work. Maybe because it's a natural occurring phenomenon in nature. That means it was obviously born in the mind of the divine. So guess what? It helps the MMRI, man. It works with the MMRI. With all the color codes, it just happened to work. So anyway, this is our key, you and me. We're eventually going to get a massive sell-off here. A massive. Don't take my word for it. All right. They're already warning you of how this is going to play out. Raises risks for the treasury market. The biggest risk in the debt market is a sell-off. Okay. Right now, we're seeing somewhat of a sell-off. And for my good friend, Jimmy LaRocca, yes, the drag racer, Jimmy LaRocca, we were talking about this earlier today. This is rebalancing. There's institutional investors getting their cash out of the debt market that's pushing the 10-year yield higher, and they're reallocating those funds into the stock market. Henceforth, why? Record high for the Dow, record high for the S&P 500. People, this stuff is too easy. You have to understand that. And I realize that maybe it's not so easy for some people, but it's all about flow, how cash moves. It doesn't just magically go there or magically come out of here. If you understand how cash is likely to flow through the markets based upon dynamics that are in play, that's all I look at. That's all I do. And then with that, I'm able to come up, okay, this is the most likely scenario. Doesn't mean we're going to be 100% right. Most likely means we're most likely going to be correct. And look at our track record, here. It's been phenomenal, 90% or better, 90% or better. You could be working at Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley. You will not find a better track record than ours. I don't care how much they're paying their analysts. It just ain't happening. Okay. We got this, period. And that's really where I'm at, man, with all this stuff here. Look, the beauty of this, look, I feel this way, people, like you have no idea. Like we all are all responsible for each other. I feel like I'm here for a reason. I really do mean that. I understand this system, I think, to an extremely high level. And I think those of you that have been with me, I don't see your question. Post your question with that because I don't see it, bro. I am sorry. But anyway, like I was saying, if we adopt that kind of a mentality that we got to look out for each other, we got to take care of each other, how can we lose? Right, Needle North? Is that the question you're asking me? How can we lose? I don't know, man. We're there, people, and you're right. We are at the next level. We've taken this so far beyond. And then this blog here is, it's about the markets. I love the market because it's a game. Just understanding where things go, how they work, who's really in charge, who the puppets are, what they're selling us. Makes it too easy. I look, we've been on the right path, you and me, for a very long time. For a very long time. And I'm not just talking about the markets. I'm talking about how we love each other, care about each other, chatter to each other. You notice how the trolls are mostly gone now? They can't stand the fact that they were helping out this channel. They're gone. I miss the trolls. Sometimes I haven't been able to play with any of them for a while. Yeah, I do have maybe a bit of a streak in me that's not too normal because I love jerking around with those with the trolls out here, man. Silver spot, please. What about silver spot? The price spot means the price you can buy it now, right now, not the futures price, if that's what you're asking me. Joe, I love feeding the trolls, bro. I don't know. I'm looking at Joe Potter. I just, they're too easy to get into their head. They can't stand it. Josh, thank you. Stack Silver, keep the man. Bradenton got destroyed. My drag strip that's about 10 minutes from my house. The grandstand got twisted like a pretzel. It got thrown over onto the track. It got wrecked, man. So there's going to be no racing this Thursday. There's going to be some racing on Saturday, and I think Sunday. I'm not going to be racing the Copo. Saturday is a street heat night where they run street cars. My Copo is clearly not a street car, but I might run my 1320 Challenger over there just for a little bit of fun. Anyway, guys and girls, look, now before we get going here, is there anything that you guys and girls want to talk about? Does this surprise you? Look, man, people are not being told the truth. Imagine our shock. Nobody's telling them the truth. Not Kamala, not Trump. They're telling you what they're going to do to bring prices down. It's not going to work. Because, again, the root cause of the problem is monetary policy by the Fed. Presidents do not have the ability to do this. But neither one of them is going to tell you that. They want it. What they're doing, what Kamala is doing, what Trump is doing is selling you something and then telling you that they are the person to fix it. They can't point their fingers at the Federal Reserve. Again, every opportunity you can imagine can come up during the presidential selection debate, the vice presidential selection. Not one question about monetary policy or anything else. Again, keep the people's minds off of the root cause of their problem. Sell them something else because they'll buy it. Not you guys and girls who follow this blog. Most people are going to buy this stuff because they don't know any better. They've been lied to since their first breath. They've been told where to look since their first breath. They've been dumbed down to the highest order, period. So that's why they can get it. And there's no accountability. Again, whoever's Trump's backers are, they won't call them out no matter how bizarre the story might be. Same thing for Kamala. That's why we lose, because we the people no longer hold anyone to account anymore, including the mainstream media. They can do and say anything. It wasn't like this even 20, 30 years ago. People would say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a moment. Understand? You like that 161, Nicholas. It just works, man. It's a naturally occurring thing, which means it was created in the mind of the Almighty Father, who leaves every syllable that comes out of my mouth and everything that I do really is because of that. And the more I talk about God Almighty, the more people tell me, Greg, if you mention God Almighty one more time, I'm going to unsubscribe. Bye. These people are too much, man. Anyway. Yeah, they are cowards. I agree with you on that. It's people out of control. Anyway, do you guys and girls, again, you want to talk about, is this absurd to you? Look at these numbers here. According to the Fed, those are the numbers. That's where you should be, according to that. I think these are pretty well distorted, but that's just me. Are you happy for Elon Musk that he's going to be a trillionaire soon? The elite of the elite? Does that make you happy? I'm sure it does. This is not going to stop. Debts and deficits. It's just so bad. Jobless claims. Manufacturing in contraction. Can't make that up. Business activity has stopped here in the United States. Well, let me ask you something. We're all friends, right? Why is it, go back to this, that Obama never brought this up, Trump never brought this up, and Biden never brought this up, although they could explain to you today why we're actually seeing inflation. Oh, they could. They could tell you, hey, guys and girls, this is all the extra bills that we've helped the Fed pull into existence. And I did lie to you. I did lie. Trump could say, I was lying to you. The economy wasn't strong, and you could prove it right here. But you bought it, didn't you? Duh. It's too easy to manipulate people, man. It's too sad. Not you. See, you guys and girls are at the next level. You guys and girls, and that's why, look, I don't care how small. I wouldn't care if there were 5 people here. Would I be disappointed? Sure. But the 1,227 people that are here now, all of you possess a higher level of intellect. And that is what gives you an edge. You understand? The rest of the people don't know whether they're coming, going, or anything else. They just follow. Whatever that sound was, I don't know. They're leading themselves to their own demise, man. Anyway, all right. So anything else you guys and girls want to talk about before we get out of here? That's right. We are lions, man. And we're going to eat our enemies for lunch and dinner and maybe even for breakfast too. But we want more lions here. We want more lions. We want more lionesses here. We certainly do. You're a vulture. Good, man. Good. We can eat the sheep. Do you feel bad for the sheep? I feel bad for them. I really do. They just don't know what to do with themselves. My opinion on XRP will not change. All right, I'm just answering. My opinion on XRP is the same. I think XRP is massively undervalued on a grand scale. I'm going to tell you, the entire crypto space, don't make me do this, people. I will have a meltdown. The entire crypto space is so under-owned at this point. Wait till you see where this is going to go, okay? In the future here. People their heads are going to spin around like The Exorcist because I can't believe that I didn't buy Bitcoin at 60,000. Now it's worth X. I should have bought it at 60,000. Now look, there's a lot. Let me just say something else. There's a lot of people that write to me and say, "Well, Greg, I can't afford to buy Bitcoin at 60,000." You don't need to do that. I hope people that's how bad it is. People don't understand the crypto space at all, that you can buy crypto in fractions. They don't know that they could take $5 and buy $5 worth of Bitcoin. They don't know it. They don't know that. This is how bad it is. Oh, anyway, man, that's kind of where we're at. I don't see any connection, dead dollar, between the tulip mania and Bitcoin or the crypto space at all. I wasn't around back then, and a long time ago. I do see value in the crypto space for all the reasons I've covered millions and millions of times. Doesn't mean that you guys and girls need to be on the same page as me. I really don't. I just hope you're here. That's it. This is Greg's favorite. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this out of its package, and I'm going to lick it. My favorite asset of all time. And then some. I love touching it, playing with it, smelling it. Yeah, it has a smell to me. Anyway, man, that's it to me. All right, look. So you and me are going. No, that's a good question there, Mike S. Don't throw a dart at nothing. Look, the mommy of them all is Bitcoin. All right, and everyone's familiar with it. And look, let me just say this. The selection's coming up. Out of Trump's mouth, I don't even know how many times, crypto president, I love Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Bitcoin. If he said Bitcoin one more time, if Trump said Bitcoin one more time, my head was going to explode. Bitcoin. Okay. If Trump is selected, look, he's already told you. Trump has already said he's going to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. Forget about constitutional money. That doesn't matter. He's going to make the U.S. the crypto capital currency of the world. If he is selected, I will take the man at his word. I really, really believe that. Okay. He's not concerned at all about constitutional money or doing anything to get rid of the Fed. He's going to work with the Fed here. And if you realize that means that the dollar is going to be decimated moving forward, Kamala's doing the same thing. The little cackling one or Donnie Boy, they love crypto. They're in love with it. Both of them are having a love affair. They rub it all over their body, although they imagine that they're doing. But that's what they do. They breathe it. Whatever they're doing, they're in love with it. There's a love affair. So whoever's chosen, okay, that's what you can expect the crypto space to do better. Again, look, man, just because I feel that way doesn't mean you need to as well. How could Bitcoin be a Trojan horse? How? Explain to me how it could be a Trojan horse. When you buy Bitcoin, you own it. It's not like the dollar. When you get a dollar, if you live here in the United States or Europe or wherever it is, when you work for a central bank note and you're holding that printed thing in your hand, or you're looking at those lovely digits on your screen which don't exist and not on the elemental chart. When you look at that, do you say, this is mine, I own it? Because if you do, you have no idea what's going on. You do not own that. It's owned by the issuing central bank. It's owed back to the issuing central bank. Plus interest, they create out of nothing. When you buy a cryptocurrency, it's yours. You own it. Do you see the difference here? Like this. This is mine. This is mine. Why do you think that central banks are hoarding this stuff right now? Gold and silver, hedge funds, the richest people on this planet Earth here. Trump owns Bitcoin now. At least he admits to it. For the longest time, he said no, and I always said there was no way that he wasn't buying it. There's no way. But now he's at least admitting that he owns Bitcoin. Come on. Anyway, people, that's just my thing. And we got this. I love this, and I love being here with all of you. I do not like the derivatives, TW. I would rather... We're talking about silver derivatives or gold derivatives or anything. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I want to hold it in my hand. I like that better. I really, really do. If I'm going to put my cash, which is not even mine, which I'm borrowing, do you realize that all we do, what we do, I'm going to give my friend Paul here a shout out. Paul, my friend Paul said, hey, Greg, we've never been paid. I'm like, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, the U.S. Constitution says gold and silver are real money here. Have you ever gotten paid in gold or silver? Oh, you have been paid in Federal Reserve notes, fiat currency. He's right. We've never been paid. We're paying taxes but we've never been paid. It's an incredible thing. It really is, man. It's just crazy. XRB, I'm sure, is owned by a lot of the banks, the investment banks. You think they don't own this stuff? Come on, man. You're not allowed to know. Just talking about something that's easily researchable. The investment that the investment banks have in crude oil. It's and we're not just talking about face value. It's all leverage bets to the highest degree. Why do you think you're seeing what you're seeing? Any wavering around with crude oil, it's going much higher, in my view. Anyway, my opinion on Boeing. I wouldn't touch it right now, bro, with a freaking 10-foot pole or a 20,000-foot pole right now. Stay away from it. They're laying a lot of people off. Obviously, that's going to help them with their bottom line. I would wait on that right now. There's a lot of better places for you to put your cash to work, in my view. But that's just me, man. That's just me. Well, Boeing or SpaceX? Well, being that what I just said about Boeing, if you want to put your cash to work in SpaceX, I wouldn't say that's probably a bad investment here. But look, man, I don't want to, I don't think we need to make Elon any richer. We could find a better way to do it, I suppose. But what do I know? All right, look, guys and girls, I think that we're going to go here. We've done a lot of stuff here. Why are we selling XRP? Why do you want to sell XRP? Why? Why? Tell me why, Tim. Explain it to me. I own XRP. I just bought it, I don't know, a month or two ago. I can't remember anymore. But why should I sell it? NVIDIA. People, you know my take on NVIDIA. When this stuff dropped a while back, what did I tell you? I said this was an amazing, quote, buying opportunity, and it was. Okay, I was called out again. Oh, Greg, you're wrong. You're leading your people to the slaughter. Come on, man. What is wrong with these people? Whatever, man. I don't know what to say. All right, guys and girls, we're going to get going. Love you all from the heart with all I got. Thank you. Think about the stuff that we've covered here. Honestly, they're not done with us. They're not done inflating us to death. And that's the real reason why you got the Fed cutting rates in here, which obviously gives them permission to print as much cash or create cash out of nothing and buy it all. The same plan that Kamala is selling you, the same plan that Trump is selling you, which means we lose. No matter who sits behind the Resolute desk, they're going to work. They're promising you. They're telling the Fed right now, I'm your person. I'm the one who should be sitting behind the Resolute desk. I'm going to help you fulfill your goal. And whoever is selected, have you heard me say this before? Maybe whoever's selected as the next thing to sit behind the Resolute desk is traitor number one, public enemy number one, because they're working with the Fed and they should be taken out in the back and hanged. That's just my take on it. I'm out of here. All right. I will see all of you in the morning. I really hope you got some out of this video. Please help me out with these thumbs up, people. 1,257 people here. I know we can do better than that 663 thumbs up. Comment, say whatever you want. Just say hi, Greg. You know, we want those comments. They help the algorithms. Let people hear this stuff, man, because I really don't know where you're going to get this out there. That's kind of it, man. All right. We're going to see each other in the morning, and I'm going to love that too. So until we meet again, people, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. I'm out of here.